Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
I'm Gyasi.
Gyasi finished. He was before we started recording. His mouth was full of pretzel, like a greedy pig. Anyway,
Wow.
welcome back, guys. It is Christmas week. It is our last episode of the year. We will not have an episode next week because it is the holiday, the 2-week holiday break. So, yeah, welcome. Gyasi, what have you been doing?
A little of this, a little of that. Let's see. I've been playing some more Dragon Quest. That game is mad long. Dragon Quest 11.
All right, the game that I won't play. Okay.
Edition, because Shannon doesn't like turn-based RPGs.
Nope.
We still got to do a poll about this.
Oh, right, I forgot. Okay, I'll do it this week.
And what else? I've been watching some more Dragon Ball Super.
Yes. Are you on the Tournament of Power now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, the long Tournament of Power. Okay. Brace yourself, Gyasi. There's like 60 episodes of that arc.
It's a lot. Crazy.
Is that all you've been doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And you watched The Mandalorian, Dub. Well, don't talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Yes. So the season finale of The Mandalorian was this past week. We'll have a guest on later who is a Star Wars expert, and we'll review season 2 of the not season 2. We'll review the season finale of The Mandalorian. As for me, I don't even remember what I've been doing this week. I'm patiently waiting for Christmas so that I can play my PS5. Only a couple more days now, finally, and I'll get to play it. I haven't been doing anything really nerdy. Like I said, I watched The Mandalorian. Like I said, like last week or whatever week I said, I've been watching Gossip Girl. I finally finished Gossip Girl, so now my life feels empty and dead.
Oh my god. Watch another long show.
Huh?
I said watch another long show.
I know, but I gotta find a good long show. First of all, I know this is not nerdy at all, guys, but bear with me for 2 seconds while I talk about this. I felt cheated because seasons 1 through 5 are all like 25 episodes long, and then season 6 is only 10 episodes. So I'm just sitting here zooming through all the episodes, and then like all of a sudden there's no more after. Or like when I was watching the last episode, I was like, this feels like a season finale. Why does it feel like a season finale? And then I checked and I saw there was no more episodes after it. I felt so cheated. I was like, why?
You know what you should watch, Shannon? You should watch one of the CW shows. You should watch like Lucifer or Supernatural.
Gossip Girl is a CW show. Maybe I should watch Supernatural. Yes, it is.
Oh. I forgot. Well, like when did the last season come on? That was a long time ago, right?
2012. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So I forgot it was on the CW.
But now the reboot.
CW back then.
The reboot will be. Of course you were. Oh no, you weren't. Because you didn't watch Vampire Diaries too recently. The reboot though is going to be on HBO Max, so I'm looking forward to that. But sorry that I know that wasn't nerdy, guys, and I know I haven't been doing a lot of nerdy things. But when I get my now that I'm done with
the day is,
I know now that I'm done with that, I can get back to watching. I'll find an anime to watch next, or actually, I think I'm gonna watch Clone Wars next on Disney Plus because I've never seen that. I haven't seen it. I've never seen all of it. Yes, so I'm gonna watch that next since a lot of the spin-off shows are gonna be based off of characters from Clone Wars and Rebels. So yeah. Let's jump into our stuff for the week. Gyasi, what's going on with Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk? I don't know. I'm glad I didn't get it because I was gonna get it, but I was like, nah. I need to study for these finals. I'll be back distracted because the game is like a jillion hours or whatever. Like it's one of those like RPGs. Like it takes. Forever.
But is Xbox having the same problems that PlayStation is having?
I think everybody's having problems with this game. Yeah.
Okay. And Xbox didn't even give refunds to anybody. So you probably would I don't even know if you would have gotten your money back. But if you do have it for PlayStation,
what
was I about to say? At least you get a free game out of it because you're getting your money back, and then you still get to keep the game, even though the game.
They're letting people keep the game, really?
Yeah, they're letting people. Yeah, if you have the game, you get to keep it, and you get a refund.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because the studio said that people who own the game who are getting it refunded. Like, even though it's not on PlayStation Network anymore, you'll still be able to update the game and do all that stuff, like when updates and stuff come out. So yeah, you get to keep it and you get your money back. But I've been seeing people on social media, like I've been seeing like a 60-40 split of people that are having problems and people that are not. Like, people have been saying that they haven't had any issues, and then people have been saying that they have been having issues. So like, I don't really know
what to believe
with that. Yeah. I mean, I believe people are having issues if PlayStation had to like take the whole game off PSN. That's crazy. But if you haven't been having problems, then I guess you can just continue to play the game without. Is it all versions of the game, or is it the digital version or this version, or is it just all versions?
I think it was all versions I've been hearing about, just like, but like I guess it's like per console. Like I've been hearing about like on the older generation, like the Xbox One and PS4, like it's been more issues, it seems like, than the newer gen consoles.
Yeah. But at least PlayStation is giving everyone their money back. They're doing the right thing.
But I know our friend Brandon, he has a PS5, and I was watching him stream the game a little bit, and it kept crashing on him. Like in the middle of him doing something, the game would crash. Like, and that was happening to me for a while in some games on my Xbox Series X. But it's gotten better. I haven't had any games crashing like since like I guess I first got it.
That's frustrating, especially for Xbox people, because you don't know if you're getting your money back. But I'm assuming if you have the disc version, maybe you can go to GameStop and bring it back, or like wherever you got it from. But I just don't know like about any digital versions that you bought, if you'll be able to get your money back for that yet. But I kind of want to buy that game, so I'm kind of sad that I won't be able to. There's no word on when it's coming back to PlayStation Network, so
probably sometime soon, probably before the holidays or something, hopefully.
Why did they release the game?
I don't know. Yeah, I see. It sounds like like cause they delayed it so much, and I guess because of the fans and everybody just like was like, "Yo, what's up with this game?" Like everybody was anticipating this game, so they like feel like they had to release it half-assed.
Yeah, but like, if it wasn't ready, why would you do that? Because then it's not. Yeah, it's like,
and I'm hearing like they're in trouble like with their shareholders and stuff because like they knew like the problems that they were having with this game, and like they didn't share it, I guess, or something, you know.
Well, that makes sense to why you would. Whatever. Just fix your problems and then re-release it. And then you have to hope that when you re-release it, it is a perfect running game. It doesn't matter if it,
I said maybe working from home got to them. I don't know.
But like, it doesn't matter if fans are demanding the game from you. If you know you're not going to be able to deliver a quality product and you're going to hear a bunch of complaints, then just like, you're going to get complaints either way. So just don't release it.
It's crazy.
Should the fans feel responsible for forcing them to release it early by complaining so much?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, because the fans are obnoxious sometimes. They can be obnoxious about.
Yes, nerds are obnoxious. You nerds are obnoxious and mean people sometimes. So
yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like you know, you watch movies and stuff and you hear about like, oh, the jocks and all of this being me people. I'm like, yo, nerds are horrible. Nerds are kind of horrible.
They are.
I'm like, damn, did they deserve it this whole time? Like, who knows?
God forbid you say something online incorrectly about some kind of nerd fandom. Everyone will come for you.
Right? Exactly. It's crazy.
So like, whatever. Anyway, hopefully it's fixed, because I do want to play it, but I don't want to play it where it's crashing on me. So like, I just hope it's fixed soon. Anyway, Among Us is launching for Xbox, Gyasi, in 2021. So
I saw, I'm excited about that.
That's kind of cool. Where are you gonna play it? Because you haven't played it on your phone.
I haven't played it on my phone, or anywhere else.
But I think it would probably be more fun to play on a console than it is to play on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Especially if it has like better graphics, like if it looks like nice on my console.
I actually didn't know this, but it released for Switch earlier this week. So
you can
play it on Switch. I didn't know that. So how much does it cost? Because maybe I'll buy that too.
Oh, I don't know. Is it still free?
Was it free on Switch? I doubt it.
Nah, I doubt it's free on the Switch, right? Well, they need to add new stuff to that game. I don't know what, but like it seems like it needs something else.
For the Switch version, they're adding a new map, and there was like a glitch in the game that allows people have been able to access the map even though it's not officially out yet because of a glitch. But I saw it, like I saw a picture of it. It looks cool. But yeah, they do need to add different stuff to spruce it up a little bit because you can get tired of playing it. Like it's literally the same
you
thing
get tired really quick.
Again, it's only fun if you're the imposter. It's not really fun if you're not the imposter.
Yeah, I agree.
There's nothing for you to do but just do your stupid tasks, really, and then like that gets repetitive. So,
and it's like, oh, another thing is like, how am I typing on the console too? I'm gonna have to get like a little game, one of those little game pads, like.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because I'm not gonna be able to type a whole coherent like sentence in the time available.
What is typing like? That is a good question. Like, I didn't even
just type like the initial of the color and like sus. That's it. Like be sus. That could be, I don't know.
That like
that's my kind of concern with it, I guess.
Yeah,
Is it like a little, maybe like a little text thing will come up, but still that's not fast enough. That's
maybe voice to text. I don't know.
Does Xbox have voice? I think they do. They have like Bing or Cortana or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So I guess if anybody has played it for console, it's released for PC too. If anybody's played it for PC or Xbox, or Switch, please let us know how that experience is, because I'm not entirely sure.
Like, Switch like on like the big TV, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you play it on the handheld, then that's probably pretty easy.
Yeah. And then, sorry, continue. I'm losing my train of thought. Continuing on in Smash news. Continuing on. We weren't talking about Smash. Yes. Continuing on in Switch news.
Yeah, still talking about Super Smash Bros. And the new character. Sepiroth.
Yes, Sepiroth has a release date for today, actually, because if you're listening, this podcast is out on the 22nd, and he is available today for people that were excited for him and are excited to play with him. He is available now. They've also released the next wave of Mii Fighter costumes, which is going to include Tia, Aerith, and Barrett from Final Fantasy.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And along with Sephiroth, players will gain access to a Final Fantasy VII level or stage, as well as new music tracks from Final Fantasy as well. Do you have Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, I do.
Are you gonna play? Can you play? I don't have it, so can you play with Sephiroth and tell me how he is?
I think I gotta get the DLC. I haven't played it like since it came out. Really, I think I beat the story and then that was it.
Shame on you, Gyasi.
Because like I don't know, like playing. I just feel like playing like online on the Switch is not the same as Xbox and PlayStation. Like it takes like forever. It's like I don't know. The online is just not the same. I guess. I don't like it as much.
That's fair. Well, I don't have Smash Bros, so I'm gonna have to wait until I play Smash play it with somebody else. But I'm not going to anybody's house to play Smash because it is a pandemic. So I guess I would. I guess I'll just watch some gameplay online on Twitch and call it a day.
Sephiroth looks like he's OP though.
I know. I mean, realistically, he would be the most out of all the characters that are in Super Smash now. Realistically, he should be the most powerful.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see a gameplay of that and how that does. Yeah. If you are playing with Sephiroth and you want to give your thoughts on the character, let us know. In our comment section or email us.
Yeah.
And then in lesser unimportant news, Google Stadia, however the hell you say it, is now playable on iPhone and iPad. So if you're interested in playing, if you're interested in having 5 minutes of battery on your phone, then you can now play Stadia games on your phone.
Damn.
It's true though, is it not?
Yeah, it probably is true. It's probably gonna burn your battery.
When I downloaded Final Fantasy VII when it was released for mobile, it was literally killing my battery. My battery was draining so fast. So I can only imagine what that's gonna do if you try to play a full-blown game on your iPhone. I might try on my iPad because I'm not buying a Google Stadia, so I might try on my iPad because I want to play that game that I showed the trailer for last week. That's for Stadia. Yeah.
Does it come out on Switch too? It's coming out on Switch too.
It's not coming out on Switch. It's coming out for PC and Stadia.
PC and Stadia? Okay.
Which are two, I don't know why it's not coming out for anything more prominent, but whatever.
Yeah. It's weird.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Something is going on here. Something's going on in the UK that I wish was going on here in America. And UK politicians are calling to ban console scalping and use of bots. So the members of the UK Parliament have filed a motion to discuss prohibiting the release of game consoles and computer components at prices greatly above the manufacturer's recommended retail price, and ban the use of bots to purchase those goods. Now, they don't think that this law is going to go far, but it's important. Yeah. I appreciate the fact that they're talking about this and calling attention to this, because this is a serious problem that is overtaking the world. And the
you're making it sound so urgent.
It is, because bots are a huge problem. Bots are like a huge problem. And that is why it's been so impossible to get the PlayStation 5, because bots have been snatching them up and selling them for 10 times the price. Not 10 times the price, but
you're right.
Double the price, or sometimes more. Yeah. And it's a problem. I was lucky enough to get one I wasn't even able to get one from the store. And I feel like if I didn't get one from a friend, I still wouldn't have one now, just because it's been so impossible at every single drop to get one. Because the bots, a human, you just can't move quicker than the bots. It's not fair. And I know there's probably like a lot of kids that were really looking forward to getting a PlayStation for Christmas that are probably not going to get one because the parents weren't able to get one. And it really makes me kind of sad, Bots need to be stopped.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to work on a bot.
Don't build a bot, Gyasi. Don't contribute to the problem.
I wanna make some money.
No, Gyasi.
All right.
You know what? I hope the US bans bots here too. Okay.
How would they ban it though? I don't know. They can't catch these people.
I don't know.
Most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Too quick. The in and out, the checkout.
What?
The blink of an eye. I said the in and out the checkout in the blink of an eye.
I know, and that's not fair. That should not be allowed to happen. It's just not fair.
Solving captures and stuff.
But it's just not. It's not fair though.
It's not. You're right.
It shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. And I'm appreciative of the UK that they're calling attention to this, even if it doesn't go anywhere. At least they're acknowledging it's a problem. Maybe I should move to the UK, because clearly they care about these things over there.
Maybe.
Stop the bots.
Stop the bots. Put like a big banner right here. Stop the bots.
Right. I hate you. They're the devil things. Anyway, Gyasi.
Yes.
Do you have anything else before we get into this Star Wars talk with our guests?
I know there was a game that's supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Final Fantasy Tactics that came out the other day. It's called Unsung. It's on Steam Early Access. I do not have a Windows computer, so I can't get it. But I like Final Fantasy Tactics. I like turn-based RPGs.
Can you not operate Steam on a Mac, or does it not work as well?
I don't play computer games, but like you can, but like game is just like Windows, like a Windows-based game.
Oh, got it.
So like on the Mac, like I can't download, I wouldn't be able to play it.
I was pricing out a new Mac today because I think I'm gonna need a new computer soon. They're so freaking expensive. I'm like, how can the average person afford this? I'm like, I will never
finance it or something.
Even financing is a lot. Like, I'm not trying to have that debt and have to pay like $200 something a month for that thing. I just feel like Apple is like elevating itself to a point where like it's unaffordable for the average consumer, and it's kind of crazy. It's like marketed towards rich elite. Like the laptop that I priced out came up to like $3,500, and I'm just like, I'm never gonna be able to afford this
for a laptop. That's
yes,
crazy.
exactly. It was really, really insane, and I was just like,
ridiculous.
I hope that my computer that I'm using now never breaks, because I will not be able to afford a new laptop.
Same. I've had this laptop since like 2014. So
yeah, I will not be able. I'm just going to be out of luck because I will not be able to afford another one. So I really hope that doesn't happen. But Apple is pure consumer greed, because there's no reason why it should cost that much. And I was looking on their website. So so I've been wanting Apple to make like, you know how they have the iMacs, which it's the screen, but the computer is built into it. So now they sell just a display screen that you can like, plug your laptop in and it's a second screen. Do you know how much it costs, Gyasi? It's $5,000.
Why would you? No. Shannon, I got my second screen like off.
No, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it because I have it.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have another screen, right?
I have a second screen, but when just in general, the second screen, the monitor is $5,000 because it has some kind of like genius display or some kind of like real. I'm just like, it's not worth it. It's not. It's cost more than the iMac. I'm like, I don't understand how this is possible.
That's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
That's ridiculous.
I don't get it. So
you could get like a nice like looking screen for like a couple $100. Like
exactly. So Apple, anyone that works at Apple corporate can hear me.
Yeah.
You are stealing from the people. Stop it.
There's somebody out there with
$600 headphones.
Oh, I was just about to say that. There's somebody out there with the laptop, the monitor, and the AirPod Maxes out there just like brand loyalty, like just Appling it up.
I don't know about you people, but I would not want to walk around with the AirPods Max on my head just because they're very recognizable and people know how much they cost. So it's like you're walking around showing off the fact that you have a pair of $600 headphones on your head that a lot of people aren't going to have because a lot of people aren't paying that money for it. So you are a prime target in the streets. So,
in the pandemic, everybody has a face mask on. Everybody's ready. Everybody's prepared to rob you.
Yeah. So it's just I wouldn't do it. But Apple, I really want Apple to stop doing this because it's not fair. Just
I agree.
Make your products a little more accessible. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. So let's get into the Star Wars conversation after this break. We will be right back. Spoiler warning. The rest of this episode contains conversations about the season finale of The Mandalorian. So welcome back, everyone. We have a I'm not going to say forgotten, but it's been a while since Julian. It's been a while since Julian has been on the show with us. Hi, Julian.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
We decided a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. So we decided to bring Julian back because Julian is a big fan of Star Wars, and who better to talk about the the season finale of The Mandalorian with. But before we get into it, Julian, why don't you tell us what you've been up to? What are some nerdy things you've been doing this week?
Nerdy things that I've been doing?
Yeah.
Is like someone starts up like a snowblower that's like dying. I don't think I've been really doing a lot of I've been obviously following Mandalorian, and like we'll get into like I have like a very specific watch like procedure. So I watch through once, and sometimes when I'm watching with Mel, like I have to answer her questions, so then I watch it again, like just straight through, so I can just be in the zone. And then I go to YouTube and I watch everybody's like Easter egg videos. So that's kind of like
I should have watched an Easter egg video. Yeah, so you'll have to talk about the Easter eggs that are in this episode.
Well, everybody was busy being like, oh my gosh. So like a lot of people didn't see like a lot of Easter eggs, and like I think actually it wasn't like this episode wasn't super Easter eggy. It was just references. I've been also watching Star Trek Discovery, which has been really good. I've been pleasantly surprised that like this season really picked back up. Like I don't know what that was. Like, so Star Trek TV has kind of been like for a while. Well, Picard was really good. That was a new series in January. And then Discovery for me, like season 1 was like so, and then season 2 was like kind of like I liked it, but also like couldn't really watch through season 2, but like season 3 has just been like off the charts, really good. What they did was they brought the crew into the future, into like the 3000s, which is like further than they've ever gone in the show, and I thought that was good because it was taking Star Trek to a place where it hasn't gone, so it's like new and it like feels new, and I think that's really good for the franchise. So those are pretty much my two nerdy things, and we can get into like I think like part of what held Star Wars back a little bit is like they were in that weird area where it's like they don't want to. It was either all like references to the original series, like the original trilogy, or it was like kind of like way out there. So I think this is Mandalorian's a very nice like nod to the original trilogy while bringing in Clone Wars. Really, Mandalorian's been like uniting every part of the Star Wars universe, and I think that's what a lot of people like. But it's still fresh. So
except the new trilogy, which we can all be thankful for. Yes.
Yeah.
So, so I guess we can recap. First of all, I don't even remember what happened, but in the episode before Luke Skywalker showed up. So,
you want me to recap it?
Yes, recap it first, Julian.
Okay, so. Oh my gosh, I could. I'm not gonna do the whole thing because I could literally go like frame by frame. Well, the episode before with Bill Burr's character, shout out to Bill Burr, great comedian. I love him in Star Wars, and that episode was almost like a side kind of mission kind of thing. Just like we need the coordinates from Moff Gideon. Obviously, spoilers if you haven't watched Mandalorian, go watch Mandalorian.
Oops.
No, it's you did really spoil it.
Yeah, like right from the start.
One part I really liked is you start off right in the action. They're chasing an Imperial shuttle, and you have Slave One coming down. Slave One is the coolest ship in Star Wars, hands down. And I love it's got all these tricks, all these gadgets. It has ion cannons. I love the other part. A little bit later, they have Slave One. It's being chased by TIE fighters, and like he's pretending to like not, he's pretending to chase the good guys, and then he just flips his guns backwards and just shoots them. I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so basically, they get the coordinates to Moff Gideon. They pick up two characters from season 2, episode 4, Bo-Katan and Sasha Banks' character. I can't remember her Star Wars name. Anyway, shout out to you WWE fans. So that's the other thing I like that Star Wars is like bringing in a lot of like people like celebrity. I kind of like the celebrity aspect to it. I don't know.
I'm glad they gave her some speaking lines because people were excited about her being in the show, but then when she was in the first episode, she only had like one line, and I was like, wow, well, there goes that. But like she had much more of a speaking role this time. So
one of the other things I noticed is like whoever they bring on, they like play to their strengths. So like Bill Burr's character in the last episode it's like all about, he had like great one-liners, and you could it sounded like Bill Burr's podcast in Star Wars, which is amazing. And likewise, so you have this great shot of Mando and Boba Fett walking into the bar to pick up Bo-Katan and Sasha Banks, and it's just so cool. Like whenever you see like Mandalorians next to each other, because like they're usually like alone, but like when you see them together, it looks really cool. I love Boba Fett's like new armor. Like he like spray painted it. He gave it a little paint job. I think that's a nice touch. And then like they had like a little bit of face off. It's almost like a heist movie where they're like trying to recruit people. But like, so to the point about Sasha Banks, she gets Boba Fett in a headlock, and she does this move like in wrestling where she like, does a throw and like walking off the cage, but they incorporated that into Star Wars. Instead, she just used her jetpack to like flip him. And I thought that was really cool.
That was cool.
That's one thing that I love about the attention to detail that the producers and, the whole creative team, they're using the actors like strong suits and like what they're really good at, like these kind of guest characters, and you kind of like finding ways to put them into the show. And I just thought that was a really, really nice touch. So anyway, you get the, I'll pick it up. So Bo-Katan, who is the princess or the heiress to Mandalore, she wants to go to, get the Darksaber from Moff Gideon. Obviously, they go to the coordinates where Moff Gideon's cruiser is. They have that great scene where they're in the Imperial shuttle and Boba Fett is pretending to chase them. So I talked about that a little earlier. It's like it was that was just a really well done scene, and then just the shot of the shuttle going into the launch tube. I was talking about this with a friend. It's like, I think Mandalorian, like since Empire Strikes Back, it's the best Star Wars, hands down. Like since I don't even know, when did Empire come out?
Oh.
81. I think
A
Empire
long
came
time
out
ago.
since like 1981. I think this is the best
Yeah.
Star Wars,
Mm.
like hands down. And then you have this scene where the four women, Bo-Katan, Fennec, Sasha Banks, and Gina Carano, who's Cara Dune, that's her character's name. They just like come out. I thought it was like a good, like kind of like Avengers Birds of Prey moment, where it was like the four chicks, you know,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang. I just thought it was I thought that was great. The action in this episode was amazing.
Yep.
Then you had Mando sneaking in to get the child. Obviously, Mando tries to get the child, but then he runs into the Dark Troopers. Those are the robots that stole Baby Yoda last time, and they were really cool. And like,
Yeah.
he tries to vent them out. He vents them out into space, but not before one of them, you know, is right there. And Mando faces off with the Dark Trooper. I got real Terminator vibes there. It was really cool.
Yeah, that scene was cool, and he was getting
like punched in the face.
Yeah, right?
And that was like
I was laughing at
thing.
that part. I was laughing
Because it's still like Star Wars, like, so it's like, why don't these robots just like grab like the soft parts, like his neck or something? But no, it's just gonna like try and punch through the door, punch through the face. So I thought that was amazing. Action scenes were all really well choreographed. And then obviously I'll skip over a little bit. It's Moff Gideon gets to face off with Mando, Darksaber versus the steel, the Beskar pole spear that he got in episode 6. So we knew that was coming. It was a great fight. Obviously, he beats Moff Gideon. They kind of save Baby Yoda, but now the Dark Troopers that were vented into space, they come back. And then, of course, obviously, Luke Skywalker comes to save the day.
And what an amazing cameo, by the way. Were you expecting it? I don't think anyone was expecting it to be Luke Skywalker, but who did you have?
I think a lot of people were.
I don't think a lot of people were.
Like, I think it's like there was like only a few ways it could have gone. We're gonna get somebody new to save the day, new character, or it could have been Ahsoka, or it could have been Ezra Bridger, who's a character on Rebels.
That's what a lot of people on the internet were expecting it to be.
Ezra.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but I know Luke was a possibility, and I think there was like that segment of the fans who were really upset by like how like Luke turned out in Last Jedi. And like were like they were like really, I know, and like honestly, sometimes fan service isn't bad. It's like they really wanted to see like Luke as a Jedi kicking butt, and like I think that they fulfilled that wish. Obviously, once that one X-wing flew in, and they were like, it's just one X-wing. I was like, oh my gosh, here it is. But for me, I tried so hard because obviously it comes out on Friday in North America, and I kind of worked the whole day, so I was like trying to avoid spoilers. But I opened my Twitter, and I just saw like an image of like something green, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's Luke. So it kind of like spoiled it for me. So like I kind of had a feeling he was coming, but my biggest fear was I'd seen like a lot of posts from people that were like, oh my gosh, I was crying. Did not expect that. So I was like, I kind of like psyched myself out because like, I was like, oh my gosh, what could possibly like, what could be the surprise? And I thought for a second, I thought Luke, because I knew Luke was there. I was like, is Luke going to kill Baby Yoda? Because Baby Yoda had formed an attachment and was like going to be like super, like he would see basically the same reason why Ahsoka refused. She's like, she's like, oh, he's dangerous, you know, if he's not trained. So I was like, oh my God, is this going to happen? And
can you imagine the upheaval that the fans would have had if Luke killed Baby Yoda?
That would have been
That'd
the
be
most Game of
crazy.
Thrones Star Wars ending.
Yeah.
That would have been horrible. I feel like that's a little much for Disney. I don't think they would have done that.
But that was me. I was like so scared. I was like, oh my God, is he gonna get him? Or but it was a happy ending.
It was.
Yeah.
I cried
It
a
was.
lot. It was just very sad because like everyone was so sad. Baby Yoda, I was like, bye, Baby Yoda. Like, cause like, we're probably not gonna see him again for a while, if at all, really. But
yeah, just I thought it was a necessary move because I think they had almost played out that Mando and the child kind of dynamic. It's like, okay, I'm gonna protect you. Here's your babysitter, and then you get him looking cute. You get him looking cute, and then he goes off to fight the baddie of the day. And I think I think 2 seasons was enough of that. And like, I think if it was a third, like no matter how cute Baby Yoda is, I mean, we all think he's really cute. I'm sure they will find some way to sneak him into next season.
Of course.
Whether it's I'm expecting either something at the very beginning or something at the end.
Maybe at the end. I don't think we'll see him in the beginning.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda as a teenager.
Yeah.
That's
I don't want to see Baby Yoda as anything else other than a baby. I won't be interested. I don't think.
Like I heard somebody said like what if he's like 6 feet tall and like Yoda is just short. Like he shows up like next season, like he's mad tall, like and skinny or something.
Like
and
go ahead.
Hey Julian, I want to ask you, how do you feel about the CGI though of Luke? How the CGI looked?
I was gonna ask you about that actually, because I thought the CGI in Rogue One, I loved Rogue One.
Rogue One was
So
great.
for me, it's like obviously Empire, New Hope, and then like Rogue One. And Last Jedi somewhere in there, but putting the sequels out of it. But now Mandalorian I have above Rogue One. In Rogue One, they did the CGI face, which I thought was I don't mind it. I'll put it to you this way: it's like you either had to cast a new actor, or go the CGI route, and I don't mind the CGI route if it's obviously not going to be. I thought Rogue One, where they had it was a good try, or not try, but it was interesting to see, like you had Moff Tarkin as like kind of like a secondary character, but he had a lot of lines with that digital face. And like obviously you kind of, it's that one of those, I've read that it like even though they're deep fakes, facial like talking is one of the easiest things for people to spot, like where they know it's like, hey, something's off here. Even with like what people are using for deep fakes. So I like obviously when you see him, it's like there's no way this is real. Obviously
exactly,
because I mean obviously Mark Hamill is like 60, or like 70 now, but I didn't mind it too much. It's just like I was willing to suspend my, like it didn't look so awful that I was like, I can't do this. It was like I was able to still be in there. I don't know.
It didn't look bad. Oh, sorry, Jessica, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like for me, like it was so short that I'm like, all right, I can let this go.
Yeah.
But I noticed it. I did notice it immediately because like I don't know, these things just like stick out like a sore thumb for me, I guess. But
yeah.
I don't know if people noticed it so fast. I mean, it was obvious to tell it was CGI, but like obviously that's obviously he's not that age anymore. So
exactly.
Obviously it's fake. But like you said, I agree with you. It was so short that it doesn't matter. They're not planning on, I'm assuming they're not planning on making Luke a big part of the story in season 3 because it's not about him.
I hope not.
So like no, it's not it's not about him.
They
so
would have
like
recasted him if you
with Sebastian Stan, who looks like a young Luke. I don't know if people do you think that, Julian?
Sebastian Stan, like I just have to see, obviously I think of Sebastian Stan as Marvel, and like I see him in the Winter Soldier costume. So I'd have to see him like do his hair and be in the Luke costume. I have to see it. I can't.
The internet was saying that, like everyone was saying like, oh, like I really wish that they would have put Sebastian Stan in there. So then I looked it up and I was like Sebastian Stan. But then I looked it up and then I was like, oh, like in a way, like if he did his hair correctly, he does kind of resemble like a young Luke. And probably if they were gonna put anyone, you have to look at the right picture of him though. Like, let me see.
I'm looking at him online. I think it could work.
Let's see.
It could work, right? I
Yeah,
think
it could
so.
work.
Let's let Gyasi look.
It could
Let's
work.
get his- let's-
Yeah, let me look too.
It could work. It
Yeah,
could
I
work.
see it. I see
Yeah,
it.
right.
It could
I
work.
see it. Yeah.
I think he very much closely resembles a young Luke.
Yeah.
So if anyone was going to be
has
recast
to get
as
the
Luke, I think
outfit.
it should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to close that point, I'm almost glad they didn't. I'm glad they actually went the CGI route. I kind of like, this is like Luke right after, like 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Mhm.
So they're like, and like he's like a real Jedi master. So he's like supposed to be like very calm and like no emotion. So it actually worked because with the deep fake, you were just like, they don't emote well. So it just looks like he's like
Yeah.
looks like he's like had plastic surgery and like he can't talk. But it like works because he's not supposed to be like giving you all these facial expressions. He's just like a Jedi master. He's like one line, two lines, and then he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the CGI route was the only way to go for this particular moment, just because I feel like if they were to recast him and then have like the actor do that part, I feel like people would have been trying to figure out if it was supposed to be Luke. Yeah, if it was supposed to be Luke. Yeah, I think that people would have been asking that, like, who is this supposed to be? But so I think that the CGI worked for that moment. I do think that if they plan on using him in future shows, then they can recast him. But for that moment, I feel like that was the only way to do it.
100%. And I think it gives the fans that moment that they never got, like what happened after Return of the Jedi. Because we go from Return of the Jedi, we go to old Luke in Last Jedi, and it's just like there's that huge gap, and like, you know, the fans just want to see Luke kick butt, and I love that last part. It mirrors Darth Vader in Rogue One, just mowing people down.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with Luke. He's just like bang bang, and then does like the little pirouette and like a little force push. It's just
he
was
so
so
moves
satisfying.
There. Yeah, he crushed one like with the force, like the
Yeah.
last one. So good.
That was very satisfying to watch. Yes.
I think this
that was a good scene.
team that they have, because we've all seen with Disney's, like sometimes it's like more about like selling merchandise and like all this kind of stuff, but
they were holding their baby Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're still doing it, but like this team was able to give fans everything they wanted, and it's like it was fan service done right. And I think like they're very you can't say that about too many franchises that have been able to like come back and do what the fans have wanted in it, and it actually turn out really well.
So
I have a question.
I have a question too.
Gyasi, you do your question first.
I have a question for Julian again. So what do you think? What's next for like the Mando, like for next season? Or
stop stealing all my questions.
Well,
yeah, and like with the dark saber and everything, and like how like Bo-Katan, like she's like, oh, I have to defeat you in battle, like, you know, like how she, and like I just felt like she felt very adamant about that, but like not as adamant about the helmet, even though like the Mando was very like, so it was just, I don't know. It was weird.
Well, the backstory with that is that in Star Wars Rebels episode, there's a character named Sabine who's also a Mandalorian. She gives Bo-Katan the Darksaber that she wants. So Bo-Katan has already had it where she was given the Darksaber and she accepted it, but at some point Moff Gideon took it from her. So I think that's the big kind of like sticking point. She already lost it. It's like when, you know, it's like her reputation has taken a hit because like she lost the Darksaber. So it's almost like if she was she can't just get it again. Like she would need to like win it back.
But I have a question about that, and I've seen people asking this online. So if Sabine just gave it to her, I don't understand how that works. Like, why does she have to win it back in combat now when it was just given to her before?
I think because it was taken off of her.
Got it.
You know?
Okay.
Because the fact that she was defeated in combat and it was taken from her, it's not like somebody stole it, you know, and like she was, well, I mean, I'm filling in blanks here, but like, if she was like defeated in combat and someone took it, she can't just like now Mando is the technical rightful owner right? It's almost like some Harry Potter stuff, like with the Elder Wand.
Oh yes.
You know, like where it's like the Elder Wand belongs to like the last you have to kill the owner
Yeah, you
to
have
own
to
the
yeah.
Elder Wand. And
But
so it like has that sort of property. Like you could give me the Elder Wand. Well, it's not exactly a direct comparison, but it's kind of like that, where it's like, if I'm giving it to you, I can, and you have it and you're the owner. But once somebody physically takes it from you, now you can't just get it back by like somebody giving it to you. You have to like win it back. I mean, that's my theory.
But is it like combat where you like have to kill the person? Because that's not how he got it from.
Yeah,
I think you just
that's
have
how they
to
made it seem.
She had that one line in the shuttle. She's like, Cara Dune was like, well, I want to take him alive for the New Republic. And then she was like, I don't care what happens to him as long as I beat him and win it back. So I don't think it's like fight to the death.
Okay, because he was trying to make it seem like it was fight to the death. So I was kind of like, that doesn't make sense. But okay, so I don't really know if I wonder how big of like how complicated of a thing that'll be in season 3.
Yeah.
Like with him having it. Like I don't really know.
Yeah, right?
If he doesn't have to die for her to have it, then I don't think it's gonna not be that big of a deal. We'll see though.
I know some people have been like thinking like, is the Mandalorian actually gonna become about Boba Fett? Like do we know if Boba Fett is the book of Boba Fett, is that gonna be another spinoff?
Well, that's what people are wondering. Did you see the end credit scene, Gyasi, that I told you about?
I still haven't seen it yet.
Okay, first of all, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't know it was there because it was like after 5 minutes of credits. Why would anyone think there was an end credit scene at the end?
Yeah.
Anyway,
there was a hint because most Mandalorian episodes at the end they showed the story art.
Oh right, yes.
And it was a black screen, so I was like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. Oh, Julian, you can go ahead and describe the end credit scene. I'm bad at describing things.
It's not at first. So it was a shot of Jabba's palace. That's the first shot you see, and I was like, wait, Luke took Baby Yoda to Jabba's palace. Is that where this is going on? So like that was like the first thought that went through my mind, and I was like, never mind. No, that was stupid. But so there's a scene in Return of the Jedi where you get I think when they bring in Chewbacca, if I remember right, he kicks somebody and somebody rolls down the steps of Jabba's palace. So you had something similar here, where when and you don't know who's in Jabba's palace, but there's like a guard that like goes down, and then there's a shot of Bib Fortuna, who is Jabba's like number 2 in Return of the Jedi, and like now he's like massively obese because anybody who sits on that chair just like instantly puts on 600 pounds. So like he's living the life of a gangster. He has like women chained to his chair. There's like probably like a snack tray somewhere, it's like you could probably go to the bathroom on that chair, like, and obviously Boba Fett comes in and just wrecks the place, and just everybody takes off running, and he shoots Bib Fortuna, and then he sits on Jabba's throne. So he's like kind of like the crime boss now, and it just teases the Book of Boba Fett begins next December. So I'm wondering, is the Book of Boba Fett, because I haven't had time to look at this online, I don't know, is the Book of Boba Fett going to be a separate spinoff, or is it going to be season 3 of The Mandalorian?
That's a good question. At Disney Investor Day, they announced all of their Star Wars plans, and that wasn't mentioned at all. So it could either be a surprise show that it could either be a surprise show, which they just wanted to surprise us with, or season 3 really could be either season 3, like the whole of season 3, or maybe like the first couple episodes of season 3 will focus on Boba Fett. I hope not the whole. I mean, yes, it would be cool if the whole season focuses on Boba Fett, but I also want to know what happens to Mando too. So like, I don't know. I don't know what I would want to see.
It's interesting.
It is according to Deadline, it is a new Disney Plus Star Wars series.
Okay, so it is a surprise show. Got it. Okay,
yeah,
that would make the most sense. Yeah, that is smart.
I'm excited about that, and definitely the Ahsoka one as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited about. There's no series I'm not excited for.
Yeah, they all. Good. Yeah. So wait, I have a question now. So do you feel like Disney is kind of trying to rewrite or like redo basically the Star Wars arc after the original trilogy? Do you feel like they're trying to like push the new trilogy out a little bit since it was so not well done?
I think Disney is trying to make money. And
Well, here's a
they
question.
figure-
Okay. No,
no,
continue.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, continue, because I don't even know.
I think Disney's trying to make money. And to put it mild, like I feel bad because like we always, anytime I've been on talking about Star Wars, we have this whole Last Jedi discussion because I like the movie, but obviously it was very polarizing. And really, since Empire Strikes Back, there hasn't been a Star Wars movie that everybody's loved.
Mhm.
That is insane. So like you have 9 episodes, 7 of them, some like large portion of the fan base is like, I don't like this. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. And the only other Star Wars property that got a lot of like consensus, we like this, was Rogue One. There's still, you know, some people had some nitpicks with it, obviously, but Mandalorian, the first season when that came out, there was just, I mean, I don't know what it is on Rotten Tomatoes, but like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you like Mandalorian. I don't really know too many Star Wars fans who don't like Mandalorian, and so I think Disney figured out, maybe, and like this, they figured out what TV, like, what's the last really good movie you've seen? I mean, like Endgame obviously had certain elements of that. Like, I'm just throwing out there generally, TV shows have like had more ability to tell story, like Game of Thrones, great TV show, Breaking Bad, like all these things where it's like you're able to like dive in where like and like do stuff that movies aren't able to do, but you're able to, instead of like putting all your eggs in one basket for a movie, you're able to make a lot of episodes and like generate, you don't get the big box office revenue that a movie brings, but you also are able to like keep people hooked and like you can make your money that way. So I think they figured out that maybe TV is like actually the better way to tell certain Star Wars stories. And so it's not like you're waiting for the next one to come out in terms of like the next movie, what is it going to be? Like they figured out like we can tell all these different stories and keep people entertained. So I think it's a really smart move, actually.
I think it's a smart move as well. I guess we'll know more once we figure out like the time frames of all these shows, like when in the Star Wars universe they're supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
And that'll answer my question as to whether or not they're trying to rewrite it. I think they are because
I think there's certain areas that like they're basically saying like, where are the gaps? Where can I fill in? I am most excited for, I will say, Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is my favorite character in Star Wars. I am very excited / nervous for Star Wars Obi-Wan because there's a lot of ways they could mess that up. I wanted, like, one of my big things was like, I really, there was a rumor that Hayden Christensen is going to be in Star Wars Obi-Wan, which I don't mind at all, but I do not want, I don't see a situation where Obi-Wan and Darth Vader face off again in Obi-Wan. That would fit in with episode 4, the original movie. Like, I just don't see that. Like, maybe they could have them fight in a dream sequence or something. So that's like my only big fear in that series, and just some of these other series to a lesser extent, is where they pack so much into these series that it sort of like makes, then why did they do that in the movie? You know, it like it like will like somehow cheapen some of the other movies, the actual movies, and it's just like I hope that doesn't happen. I'm sure they're very well aware of that.
Who's working on these shows? Is Jon Favreau working on any of these other shows?
That I'm not sure. I just know Deborah Chow, who was the director and I think a writer on Mandalorian, is doing Obi-Wan. So I think they're going all over. I think when in the Disney investors thing, they're pulling from all over. So
Okay.
I'm actually really excited for Star Wars High Republic, which is supposed to be set before Episode 1.
Mhm.
Like, I think, and that was the point I was going to make, kind of calling back to what I was saying about Star Trek. I am excited for certain Star Wars series to get out of the whole Skywalker thing, get out of like this like very like this like 60-year period, like where like so much we've done so much Star Wars in this 60-year period, to like get really like one way behind, like, you know, a
Okay,
lot
so you want
earlier
to
or a
start
lot
like a
after.
completely new story with completely new
Yeah,
characters.
and
Got
obviously
got
like certain things will be like familiar,
hmm
but I kind of think that how many new series there's like, almost 20 or something like that, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
So
So
it's like a lot of money, and like they can you run the risk of like doing too much and like going on top of
yeah. I think that Disney saw what was possible after you know, Marvel had their whole universe, that they were just like, let's do this for Star Wars. And hopefully it works for them. It might not, because it is a lot that they announced, but
Yeah.
hopefully it does.
We'll
Hopefully
see.
that they have good writers and producers and everything on board.
You guys
for
think
a lot of
about
these.
like the way they're doing the MCU? Like, do you
Mm.
like the new expansion of that? The same kind of thing. It's like Loki, WandaVision.
Mhm.
Do you guys like that?
I
Oh,
do
yeah,
like
yeah,
the idea of it.
I do
I just
like
have
it.
to see how the
Yeah.
shows actually are, you know?
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, I got to see, like, it's a good concept. Yeah, exactly. In theory, it's good. Let's see how they actually like
Yeah.
are when they come out.
Like, I
Yeah.
think one of the reasons Mandalorian works so well is like it wasn't some of the other Marvel series, like not Daredevil, but like
Hmm.
I don't know how to say it. Like Mandalorian, it still felt like a movie, even though they were like 30-minute movies. It still felt it had that value, and it
Yeah.
didn't have like that cheap. Sometimes TV shows, like sometimes TV has to be smaller just because of budget reasons, and it didn't feel like that at all on Mandalorian.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Yeah, I feel like that, like an infinite budget. Like they were at a new planet every,
Yeah.
you know, every
Yeah.
episode. It was just like, it was great. It was great.
Yep. So if we are to assume that the Mandalorian is canon with the new trilogy, then that means that Grogu's dead, because we know that all of Luke's students were killed by Kylo Ren. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just gonna
what I
choose
heard.
to believe that it has nothing to do at all with the new trilogy, and they're
Well-
trying to rewrite it completely.
Yeah.
Star Wars can like always break its own rules, which is
Mhm.
what's nice about it. Like, there was a part of it's now. I think it was. I can't even remember if this was comics or Star Wars Legends, but well, it is. It's all Star Wars Legends. But before the new sequel trilogy, in some of the books, they had certain Jedi going like out of the galaxy
Mhm.
to like train new Jedi and like start a new school. So I would say that like maybe Grogu like goes off on his own adventure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just like Ahsoka could very well be alive at
Mhm.
you know during during the time of Kylo Ren. Like she could just be like off the map doing her own thing. Like that's just you know, I think they're able to do whatever they want, and like
Yeah.
they'll work it out. So
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's what I like about like sci-fi, you know, like fantasy, things like that. Like you can see somebody die, and they won't be dead, like, you know, things
Yeah.
like that. Like it's never like you're never limited, I guess.
I am excited for in the Book of Boba Fett to see how he escaped the Sarlacc. I think they have to kind of show that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I am looking forward to all of this stuff. It's nice for Star Wars fans to have something, you know, like have
Yes.
something else that they can look forward to.
Yeah.
So that'll be good for them. I feel like I had another question, but now it is gone from my mind.
Is it about the new shows, Mandalorian?
It was about Mandalorian, but it's gone. It's
Well,
it's
I think-
gone from my mind.
I'm interested to see the direction for season 3. I think this is really cool. I kind of was hoping for well, it'll be interesting to see what the Book of Boba Fett looks like, because I kind of wanted for season 3, or like once we got, because I always had a feeling that pairing of Baby Yoda and Mandalorian would kind of like end, because there's only so much you can do with it. And I was excited to see that little bit we got of Mando by himself in episode 1, season 1, where he's just this badass guy.
Yeah.
He's just, he's a bounty hunter. He's taking names. He's just like, it's just like, taking jobs, kind of like, just doing cool stuff. So I have a feeling maybe Boba Fett might be a little bit of that. And I have a feeling that instead of like being like the lone wolf bounty hunter, Mando might get into, because the show is called The Mandalorian, it might get into more about Mandalorian culture and like the fight to restore Mandalore. And I think that's the direction that's going for season 3.
That's what I was assuming season 3 was about as well, just because it was set up really well. It was set up really well in the season finale. So people are not left wondering like, well, if Baby Yoda's not in it, what's it going to be about? Like, no, there's a clear path that we can take here away from Baby Yoda. So people just need to get over Baby Yoda's cuteness and come to terms with the fact he won't be in it.
Well, I think now that he's taken his helmet off, Pedro Pascal, I know before the season, like everybody, there were a lot of rumors online like that he's upset that he can't show his face. And kind of, I think now, like you're seeing like his character development. It was very, very, very slow over the first 2 seasons. You saw a guy sort of like growing into this role as like kind of like a reluctant dad. And now that he doesn't have the kid, like it's going to be interesting to see how that experience as a father kind of like changes him. And I think this 3rd season they can really get into his character development, because I mean, up until now he's just kind of like been not a blank slate, but he's been this guy who's like really badass, but like you didn't really get a lot of that emotional stuff until the very, very end of this season. So I think that could be like a launching pad.
His voice doesn't match his face, by the way. These are just things that I think about. Like when we first saw it last season, I was like, this doesn't seem like how he sounds like when I first saw it. Anyway, that's a random thought. Continue, Gyasi.
Well, because he has the voice changer though.
And it's definitely like weird, like seeing him without the mask. Like I don't know, like it's like he's like oh look, I was like look at him, he's a nice guy. Like he's not like this is not the same guy who's shooting and killing all these people. Like it's so weird.
I was surprised this season had a little bit more like death, because like Star Wars like has long been like you kind of like they kind of like try and cheat it a little bit, like they'll just be like they get blasted and it's like and then you don't but like now there's a little bit of carnage in this past
it's cool
because people don't, it has to be a little more realistic, because in this modern day you can't have deaths like how you had them in 1980, like whenever Star Wars was out.
Like and I guess because it's on Disney Plus too. Maybe that, I don't know if that has something to do with it. But I told Shannon, I thought Ahsoka was gonna chop the lady she fought. I thought she was gonna chop her head off.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was heading.
Yeah, no, I mean I bet she did. Like that part, they did the cut and they cut it off screen. Okay, that stuff definitely went down there. Because like Ahsoka's not a Jedi, so she's like not kind of constrained by some of the Jedi code. So I'm excited for her. I'm wondering if Rosario Dawson's gonna get. I feel like Rosario Dawson needs a stunt double, like to do some.
You
of this,
think
like,
so?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, and I don't want to like. I don't want to throw shade at Rosario Dawson because like I'm sure she's in shape and stuff like that. But like cool, like Ahsoka's thing in Clone Wars was like all this like martial arts, like flips and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like that's should be a part of her series. It's like,
I'm sure she can do it. We'll see. I don't know though. I'm just I'm just saying things. I don't know. I haven't seen her in any like I haven't seen her like in any action roles, right? Yeah. Has she had a lot? No, right?
No. I don't know.
But
I'm not like denying that like
what, Luke Cage and Daredevil.
I mean, but she wasn't doing anything though.
She wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, so
I don't know, not really.
I think she pulls off the character really, really well.
Oh yeah, she did, of course. Yeah, she was great. She was great. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I think it just means that there's gonna be a lot more it's just you get the opportunity to tell all these cool stories. So it's like back in the day, it was a lot of comic books. It was like a lot of books. And like now you're actually getting to see some of these adventures on TV, because it's like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if they animated this, or they did this live action? And like now, the kids of today are like, and the big kids are like getting to get to watch all this cool stuff. So I think I think they just have to not wear out their welcome in terms of like, it doesn't. I think Mandalorian's the best aspect of it was that it fit perfectly into the Star Wars universe. It didn't it made enough waves, but it didn't like change your view of certain characters that shouldn't. I don't know. I'm speaking like a fan now. It's like they can do what they want. But
and
anyway,
what do you think about I've been hearing a lot of people, they say they want like Star Killer to be like in one, like in a series or something, like the Force Unleashed games or something.
Yeah, maybe I could see them popping up. Like I personally, like I haven't played through a lot of the Battlefront and Force Unleashed. I haven't played through those games. Like I know what happens. Like I've watched all the cutscenes. So like, I think it'd be cool to bring a video game character to life. Obviously for Force Unleashed, well, for Cal Kestis, the actor, like he's in, I can't remember his name. He's in Shameless.
Ian.
No,
that's not his name.
No, that's not his real name. I forgot his name. That's his name. Shameless. Yeah, I don't know his name.
He's Ian. He's Ian in Shameless.
Yeah.
And obviously they did this cool thing in the video game where they modeled his whole face.
Yeah.
And like they did all the facial motion capture for that. So he would be. It would be so easy to bring him in as a character.
Yeah.
For one of these series.
That's very true.
Which was the coolest thing about when they brought Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan is voiced by Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica, and Katie Sackhoff just ended up playing her in live action. It was
dope.
Yeah,
awesome. It works so perfect.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think he would be a better choice probably than Star Killer. And I heard a lot of people saying like Star Killer is kind of too powerful, I guess, to be in the show.
Yeah,
they would have to bring him down like a lot, I guess, to be in the show.
Yeah, like those like the characters that I want to really see are like these, like sometimes like what's incredible is that like Boba Fett was this really minor character in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
but he looked cool. Everybody's like, "Yo, that dude looks cool." Like I bet that guy's a badass. And that's spawned this whole series. So I think there are a lot of like, one of the great things about the original trilogy, the sequel trilogy, the prequel trilogy, they have all these characters in the background that look so cool that like could have their own story. And it's like those are the kind of stories that I want to see. And obviously Obi-Wan's going to be huge. Andor, I'm excited for, because like you get to see like a different side of the rebellion. I think they've just picked a lot of good places to do business. In the Star Wars universe. And like I said, get to one, get somewhere where like there's not a lot of, we don't know, and like just create something new.
Yep, I agree. All right. Any more thoughts on Star Wars?
Nah, I think I got out everything. Got out everything.
And we close the chapter on another year. Now we must wait, like every other show.
What should we watch? What are you guys watching? Like, what's like the next thing you guys are like?
I don't even know. I was talking to Gyasi about this earlier, telling him that I don't have anything to watch because I just finished watching a long show. Stranger Things season 3, whenever that comes out.
When is that coming out?
I have no clue.
I'm guessing the summer, or it usually comes out.
I feel like it's been like 2 years since the last season was out.
I hope this is the last season too. They need to wrap it up. I feel like they said this is going to be the last season.
I think so.
But we're like, now we're really getting into the territory where like COVID, like this, like all this, a lot of these shows that are just ending. It's like they were pretty much done shooting before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like they were able to do like Mandalorian. I think they just did a couple touch-ups, right? And they were able to get it out. But like now we're really getting to that period where like COVID kind of like cut into Hollywood production, which is, obviously there are bigger things to worry about than what to watch on TV. But
yes, But
We're like
us
kind of
people
getting
that are the people that are following COVID laws and staying home don't have anything
COVID
to watch.
laws.
You need our content. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a great time for like anime. I mean, I don't know exactly how the production process for anime works in terms of like if they're like, because I know that you have animation houses where like it's like central, like centralized. So I don't know how much you can do remotely, but did Attack on Titan season 3 come out already?
Yes, season 4. It's out right now.
Season 4. It's already out, all of it, or just episode?
No, not all of it. It's coming out episode by episode. Yeah, but it's
so I think that's I'm gonna jump on that. I might go back and watch. I'm gonna try and like I didn't watch Lovecraft at all, so I want.
Oh yeah, gotta do that.
Lovecraft. I'll probably grab if I have any time. I loved his Dark Materials, the book.
That's gonna be my next show. I've been meaning to watch that. I'm gonna watch that next.
We'll know really quickly if I'm gonna like it or not. Because, did you read the books?
No, I didn't read the books.
Those are really good books. I mean, I read them when I was like 14, but they were really good books.
Okay.
So I think that's probably, but like what other so what is Loki, what's the next Marvel?
WandaVision's coming out on January 15th.
Okay, so that's easy. I get WandaVision and then okay, so I got enough stuff.
But those shows are gonna come out like Mandalorian, like week by week. So
that sucks, but it's like it's almost better.
It is better. It is.
Like I could see where like they could do certain things where it would be like for some of these series, if like they want to release like 3 at a time, like I wouldn't mind that. But like sometimes like sometimes binging is just because I have no self-control. I'm just like I'm through it and then it's like now I have nothing to watch.
Yeah.
That's true.
Same.
But yeah, here's hoping that the new year brings us great content, great video games, new anime, stuff like that.
Gyasi, what are you gonna hop on next year?
Next year, I don't know. I'm just looking for some new games to come out. Honestly, it's like freaking Cyberpunk. It was a lot. Me and Shannon were talking about a lot of bad things about Cyberpunk, so I don't know if I'm getting that anytime soon. And looking for Overwatch 2, I guess, in terms of like multiplayer games. Looking for like a new like shooting game, basically, in a new RPG. That's kind of what I need. Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe soon. I told you not to get an Xbox, Gyasi, but no one listens.
I'm liking that. Anyway. I'm liking the Xbox. I'm still liking it.
Did you get the PS5?
I did. Gyasi got an Xbox though.
Yeah.
What did you? Series X. It was the PS5. I feel like that's the way to go.
Well, I don't know yet because it's a Christmas present, so I haven't played it. But I think it is though. Yeah. Probably is, Gyasi. All our friends got a PlayStation.
I know. I'll get one eventually. I'll get one when I can. If I ever can, I will.
When people aren't stealing them off trucks.
Yeah, exactly. And when the bots aren't snatching them like 2 seconds after they're dropping, whatever. Okay. It sucks because COVID, people are not selling them in stores because of COVID, but I feel like this wouldn't be happening if you can get it in stores, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining us, Julian.
Yeah, thanks, Julian,
on our last episode of the year. If you have, as always, you can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Blerdsnerds. Like us on Facebook, send us an email, blerdsnerds@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And listen to us on your podcast listening app of choice. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm Gyasi.
I'm Julian.
See you guys next year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.